Thank you for visiting M14Hoops.com. This video is designed to give you a better understanding about our academy. If you have any other questions, please email us at info@M14Hoops.com. That's info@M14Hoops.com. Please watch this video in its entirety because it will answer the majority of your questions about our academy. Our academy is our training program. It's done seasonally, and depending on what season we're in depends on how many sessions that we'll offer for each month. Players will be divided off into different classes. Classes will be divided off based off of skill plus talent, and each class will have a limited amount of spots. Each month we'll focus on a different set of skills. The next month we'll work on those skills that we just taught them and then proceed on to new skills as well. So it is a progressive program with 1 month building on the next. The skills that we'll work on will include ball handling, creating space, jab steps, using screens, defense both on and off the ball, body language, their listening skills. Each session will always work on footwork or shooting or one-on-one attack moves. The unique thing that we can offer in our academy is also working on players' IQ, so working on their decision making and really helping them translate drill into game. That's done by having that classroom environment, so that's why we have to offer limited spots. So they will compete against each other in one-on-ones or 3-on-3s, and sometimes in classes they will get up to 5-on-5s, but that does not mean that we offer games in the academy. We won't play against anybody outside or take the academy classes into any other tournaments, but we will compete against each other because that allows us to help them work on their IQ. The last thing that we also offer will be tests. So that means at the beginning of the month, each player will take 4 ball handling tests, and then they will retest at the end of the month because we want to quantify their results. In between that time, when they're not training with us, they'll get a calendar, and it will have the homework that they're supposed to do at home. The homework will look like doing the ball handling DVD and some basic body workouts to make sure that their strength is coming along. The last thing is that we'll always have a trainer there. We have a great partnership with Athletico, so any injuries or anything that could happen with them, we always want to make sure that player safety is first, so we'll always have a trainer at any one of our sessions. So that is what the academy is. All new players need to be evaluated before they join into one of our programs. The evaluation process is very important to us because it lets us know where your player is starting and how we can better help them. Evaluations can be done in a lot of different ways. They can be done privately, or they can be done at open sessions or at placement day. After evaluations are over, we will contact you and let you know what we can offer and where we think your player best fits in our program. If you're interested in evaluations, please email us at info@M14Hoops.com. Placement Day is held twice a year. We hold Placement Day before our Spring Academy, and we also hold Placement Day before our Fall Academy. Placement Day is where all players who are interested in that academy season will come out and be evaluated. So for new players, that does mean that they can use Placement Day as an evaluation. For players who have been involved in our program and who have already been evaluated, they have to come out as well. It's a way that we can ensure quality in our program so we can see everybody who's interested and place them correctly. Some players will be placed in individual instruction, some players will be placed in open session, some players will be placed in our academy classes. Placement Day itself is a training session, so players will come out, they'll go through drills, footwork drills, ball handling drills, shooting drills, and they'll be evaluated the entire time. After Placement Day, we'll contact parents and let each one know where their player was placed. If you're interested in Placement Day, information is always on our homepage or on the academy page for the grade level of your player. The Spring Academy, parents are charged on 8 sessions. With those 8 sessions, we do offer a once-a-week makeup session. The reason that we do that is because we understand that players are playing travel basketball, and we still want them to be able to go to basketball practice as well as work on their individual games with us at the academy. Players will get a split schedule. What we mean by split schedule is that they'll either get a Monday-Thursday or Tuesday-Wednesday schedule. The reason we do that is because generally travel basketball practices are Monday-Wednesday or Tuesday-Thursday. What that means is usually players will miss 1 session a week, but that's why we allow that makeup session for them to come and still get in all 8 sessions within that month. Yes. For new players, there is what we call the player packaging. It's a one-time fee that all players will have to have. In the player package, they will receive 1 level of the ball handling DVD. This is how they do their homework. Okay, so pretty much they'll put the ball handling DVD in a laptop, they stand back, and then they follow along. If you want to think about it like this, it's P90X meets ball handling. So it's interactive. We're actually training them, but we're also showing them what to do, and they're expected to follow along. This is how they're going to do their homework. What's also in the player package is their practice jersey. All players that train with us have to have the practice jersey on. The reason that they have to do that is because we do a lot of competing in the classes. So once we start playing 3-on-3 or the one-on-ones, it's easier just to go black versus red. So for new players only, there is a one-time fee of the player package. That fee will be sent out to you in the email and explain to you how much it is on the cost side, but it's a one-time fee. It's not a recurring fee. If you have just heard about our academy and we've already started the academy season, what should you do? You need to email us at info@m14hoops.com and we will put your player on the waiting list. So when you email us, we do need your player's name, their grade level, as well as your contact information, and they'll be placed on the waiting list. In the meanwhile, you're always welcome to join us at our open sessions. Our open sessions are pay-as-you-go sessions. We do work on training, so your player will need to bring their own basketball. It's an intense training session. The schedule for all our opening sessions will be located on this page as well. You don't have to be pre-approved for our opening sessions. You don't need evaluation, anything like that. You're welcome to join in and pay as you go. The difference between the academy and open sessions is it's not as structured because we can never promise who's going to show up at an open session at any given time. So if you're just now hearing about the academy, please email us your player's name, their grade level, your contact information. We'll put you on that waiting list. You're always able to join in at an open session. If a spot opens up, we'll contact you, and then we'll proceed from there. A couple more things. We are a serious program, parents. We are for players that are serious about basketball, regardless of talent. But we want to make sure that parents understand what they're getting involved in before they do get involved with us. We do have parent rules. We do run a tight ship. So we want to make sure that everybody understands that before they step foot into our gym. We want players that are committed, players that are going to go home and work on their games, as well as show up to our training sessions. We want to make sure we can maximize the return on your investment. We want to get each player on that team, that travel team, that middle school team, that high school team. But that does take a particular type of player. That does take a particular type of commitment. If we have players that are involved in our program and we don't see that type of commitment, or we have parents that aren't following our rules, or players that aren't following our rules, we do have to have a meeting with them, and we will talk about them staying involved in our program. Any new player that comes into it, we just want to make sure that they understand that we're serious about basketball development. We've had a lot of history and a lot of success doing this, and we want you to join in, but we want you to come with the right attitude and the right demeanor. We're big on listening skills. We're big on body language skills. We're big on those other things besides just dribbling the ball. We want to make sure we're creating great basketball players as well as great citizens. So we're a little bit more than just basketball development, and we're a little bit more serious. And I do want parents to understand that before they join into our program.